In Southeast Asia, ASEAN has provided 10 very different countries an effective platform for dialogue and cooperation. ASEAN has deepened ties and kept the peace among its members. It's become an effective regional partner of other countries and enabled its members to project a stronger external presence as a group. ASEAN works on the basis of consensus. It makes more progress in some areas than others because ASEAN members are not immune to the strategic forces which pull us in different directions. This is the hard reality of cooperation in a region exposed to multiple external influences. Despite its limitations, ASEAN has contributed greatly to the well-being of its members and the security of the region, and ASEAN's partners recognize the value of ASEAN centrality. Amid the geopolitical shifts, new concepts and platforms for regional cooperation have emerged, notably China's Belt and Road Initiative. Singapore supports the Belt and Road Initiative. We see it as a constructive mechanism for China to be positively engaged with the region and beyond. That's why we are active participants. For example, we work with the World Bank to promote financial and infrastructure connectivity, and we provide supporting professional and legal services to BRI countries. We are also partnering China to develop the new international land-sea trade corridor, which connects Western China to Southeast Asia under the China-Singapore-Chongqing Connectivity Initiative. Of course, the substance of the BRI and the way in which the BRI is implemented are very important. The specific projects must be economically sound and commercially viable and must bring long-term benefits to its partners. This has not always been the case. Some BRI projects have run into significant problems. Overall, the BRI must be open and inclusive and must not turn the region into a closed bloc centered on a single major economy. As Asian countries deepen their links with China, they also need to grow their ties with the US, Europe, Japan, and others. In other words, the BRI should help China to integrate with the world. The end result should be to strengthen globalization and not to divide the world into rival spheres of influence. I believe China appreciates this. At the recent BRI forum in Beijing, Chinese leaders stated clearly that the BRI would be open, green, and clean. China's finance minister set out debt sustainability requirements for Belt and Road projects, which the IMF has welcomed. In the nature of such reassurances, the test will be how these statements of intent are implemented in practice, but these are steps in the right direction. Meanwhile, other initiatives have been proposed for regional cooperation. For example, several countries have proposed various concepts of Indo-Pacific cooperation. These ideas are less fully elaborated or implemented than the BRI, but Singapore's attitude towards them is consistent. We support regional cooperation initiatives which are open and inclusive platforms for countries to cooperate constructively and deepen regional integration. These initiatives should strengthen existing cooperation arrangements centered on ASEAN. They should not undermine them, create rival blocs, deepen fault lines, or force countries to take sides. They should help bring countries together rather than split them apart.